And we just had one more person join.
Excellent. All right. Well, I'm gonna we kick it off with CG is gonna kick it off. I just wanted to welcome everybody. We're so excited to the webinar that CG was talking about. Our Insightable Insights is a first webinar, first one series, and there'll be a few series that we'll tell you about that are coming after this, but for now we're going to start with this one. And today we're really focusing on, really project management, and Calvin's going to spend some time talking about planning, tasks, and collaboration. We're going to show you how easy for your end users and team members to set up and get in there, and what makes Project Insight different and the most easiest to use for your end users. We talk a little bit about the crawl, walk, run scenario, meaning it grows with you, and the more complex you need it to be, it's there for you. But our goal today is just to show you the capabilities you get right out of the box that even CG and I can do on the fly if we wanted to create a project or a task, and Calvin's going to show you how easy that is, and we'll dig into a couple key things in there. But main focus today is just really setting up a project, showing you how easy it is to do the tasks, and how easy it is to collaborate with your teammates. And with that, let's pop into a cool video, and then we'll have Calvin share his screen and we'll dive in.
Yeah, absolutely. So for any, you can see the video, right, Lisa?
I can.
Okay, cool. So we were, we thought it'd be funny to open up with a little bit of humor. So this is a scene from the movie Office Space, where they kind of poke fun at office life, which maybe we'll never return to again. Who knows? Yeah. But, in the spirit of collaboration and, as a project manager, it's tough to try to identify, okay, this is very clearly everyone's role. And, you have the fun job of kind of being the master of the symphony and making everyone play together. But we all know that it can sometimes not always be that easy, as we'll see here.
What you do in Initech is you take the specifications from the customers and you bring them down to the software engineers.
Yes, that's right. Well, then I just have to ask, why couldn't the customers just take them directly to the software people, huh?
Well,
I'll tell you why. Because engineers are not good at dealing with customers.
So you physically take the specs from the customer?
Well, no, my secretary does that, or the fax.
So then you must physically bring them to the software people.
Well, no. Yeah, I mean, sometimes.
What would you say you do here?
Well, look, I already told you. I deal with the goddamn customers so the engineers don't have to. I have people skills. I am good at dealing with people. Can't you understand that? What the hell is wrong with you people?
All right, we just thought that would lighten the mood there a little bit as they go out. That's a little sense of humor here. Now we'll have to alter that for the virtual world, but ideally we all think we're doing the best job we can, and hopefully we're a perfect fit. Project managers have it, like CG was saying, a little different because so many things get thrown at them and they have to be the master of all balls in the air, and they have to land perfectly all the time. Our goal is to make that easier for you, how easy you can have the visibility. Another thing we'll focus on is the dashboard that you can share with your executives so they know in advance proactively what you're doing and what's going on with all projects. So with that, and at the end, we do have kind of a giveaway at the end that CG and I are gonna share with our audience that we'll do at the end, a giveaway of some expertise and some extreme gurus. So with that, I'm gonna key it up for Calvin, who is really the guru. We're so excited that we're able to have Calvin come in and present. He's one of the experts in project management software, has been doing this over 8 years with Project Insight. So he just brings a ton of skill and information for us to share with. So with that, Calvin, we're going to ask you to share your screen and we're going to dive right in. And again, if you guys have questions, feel free to shoot it or put it on chat and we will answer it for you. Calvin, here's our screen. You're going to see the dashboard here.
Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, CG. Welcome, everyone. My name is Calvin. I'm glad you're all here. I wanted to give a little context for today's webinar. We Project Insight, our team. This is our first webinar that our sales team is going to be hosting. And in light of that, we want to keep this pretty casual and informal. It's going to be short and sweet, hopefully, because we are in casual times based on the situation. So we hope everyone's staying safe. We appreciate you taking the time out to join us. My goal today, like Lisa mentioned, is whether you're a first-time user who happened to stumble upon our email and decided you were curious to join, or you've been a long-time Project Insight user, or you're kind of somewhere in between, which might be the case. Maybe you sign up for a free trial. The goal for today's session is I'm going to show you how our team typically would use it, whether you're an individual who's running your own consulting firm, you're part of a larger enterprise who needs help automating things for yourself and your projects, or just needing a tool to help make your life easier, to get work organized. You've come to the right place. So we did a really big update, which is important to know with Project Insight. We've been around about 20 years, and I'm not going to make this a really big salesy webinar today, but I want to just give you guys a few tips on the best way to download the software and start using it right out of the gate. So the view here you're seeing is my homepage. And when you first log into Project Insight, you're able to add as many users as you want, invite them, set up projects easily and quickly. Within Project Insight, the way we use it is, for us, as a sales, for my team today, you'll see it's got a list of all the projects we're working on. So really quick view, it shows you the team, the progress we've made on a particular project. You set basically the start date and the end date based on the assignments and what they call duration. And you're basically off and running. So when you're in it, to create a new project, super easy, right? So each of these items offers a basic dashboard for you to come in and look at your tasks. So these are the assignments that I've got tagged for me that I need to complete. It shows me when the item is supposed to be due, the task name, and the project that it's a part of. So as a user, whether it's myself or if I'm assigning tasks out to my other team members, they can easily come in here and they'll have a custom list specific to them. When I come in here, I'm able to just quickly update. If I'm done, I can add a quick comment here. If there's someone I specifically want to tag, like Lisa, I can say, hey, Lisa, can you take a look before I send this off? There's some other add-ons, which I'll talk a little bit about later, that you can enable that brings you to a full, really enterprise-grade product. So like Lisa mentioned earlier, the Project Insight can grow with you as your team grows and wants to add more functionality. But simple input here, know exactly what I need to work on, update, talk to my team, and hit save. So now once I hit save, because I marked this complete, you'll see that client contract approval gets taken off my list and records in against that project in real time. So really easy, super dynamic. To add new projects, we'll come into the projects button, and I'll just create one from scratch just so you can see how easy it is to get started. This is the project form, pretty basic. We have features that you can add on that will populate additional options for the user. So whether you're an experienced project manager who needs something really robust, maybe is familiar with Microsoft Project, we have a whole series. Like I said, this is the first in a weekly series that we'll be doing through the end of this first quarter on topics such as an alternative to Microsoft Project. Today is just an overview, but we have a lot of our clients who come from that world, know about dependencies and Gantt charts. And let me create this, and I'll show you some of the options that are available, that are kind of similar to some things that Microsoft does as well. So a quick, simple project today that I'm going to create. Let's just see. Make a home office. Something I actually have been doing along with my family as we kind of work from home. So you can put a description, basic information, what you want to start. We are able to import existing tasks from Excel and Project as well for folks who use those applications, who are using spreadsheets. So I'm going to just create that. And now I've got the shell of my project. So pretty basic. And you can just start building out your tasks. So I'll say I'm going to design my layout. It's all inline editing right on the page. So if you're used to working in a spreadsheet or a Word doc, you won't have any issues here. I'm going to say, hey, this is going to take me a day. And I'm going to just assign, let's see. So I think CG's good at designing, so I'm going to add him to this. Hit save. My next task. I'm just going to add a few here just to show you how easy it is to build out your project. Purchase furniture. That might take a day. And you know what? It's not going to take me the whole day. It might take me a couple hours. And, Lisa will give you that one. And you know what? For this, dependencies. If anyone's familiar with this, some folks, when you're managing on spreadsheets, you don't have this capability. We have what's called intelligent scheduling, where you can set up dependencies and relationships between your tasks. So you can decide, okay, well, I can't start purchasing furniture until ideally my layout's designed, so I know what I need. So right from this view, I can say I'm going to add my predecessor. And these are all Project Management Institute terms. So you'll be able to come in here and say, okay, great. I'm not going to start purchasing furniture until I finish my design layout. So that's just standard relationship. Our team can help guide our clients through these terms, set up templates and things, but usually pretty straightforward. And now we're done. So I'm going to save that. And now you can see these tasks are connected. Let's add a couple more. So I'm basically showing you how to build a project today from scratch. Set up equipment. We'll say this one's going to maybe take us a little bit longer. We'll give ourselves a little more time. And, it'll take us 4 hours, let's say. All these fields that I'm showing you on this particular project plan are customizable. You can go to the little display options and customize how you want the data to show on this project plan. And for this one, I'll make it myself. And last one is, okay, we pretty much done this. I'll get approval. And usually approval would mean finalize and close the project out. And that's usually probably from my wife. So that's responsible. I'd have to get an approval from her to get that done. And we're complete. So let's add a predecessor for setting up the equipment. And I skipped the other one. So let me go back to that really quick. And I'll show you just from building a project. This is a really simple example. Project Insight can handle projects that have 4 to 10 milestone tasks, or I've seen tasks that have 4,000 line items. Constructing a hotel from the ground up, or building and designing a prototype for a product as well. So in this case, the project's complete. What happens in here are CG, Lisa, anyone on my team, when I go back to that task list I showed earlier, they're going to start getting task assignments. And when CG finishes his first task, it's going to dynamically update the project. I'll see that represent on that progress bar. It goes to Lisa. And under the Views button in Project Insight, you have different options on how you want to see this project plan. So right now I'm on the task list. And visually, folks prefer to see different things, right? So this is a Gantt, if you're familiar with Microsoft Project. It's more of a timeline view, and we have an interactive Gantt. So if I said, hey, you know what, we're not starting this today. We're going to give us some slack and start after Memorial Day. So June 1st, you'll see how everything else shifted on the Gantt chart automatically. For folks who want to do more of a planning board or a Kanban style board, if you're familiar with that, we have those layouts. So you can actually move dates around into the proper buckets as you see fit this way. And then there's also a calendar view for those who like to work in more of a calendar style view. I think we pushed everything out to June, but you'll see it'll display some of those tasks here as well. down here so that you can see how that spans across and be able to also come in here and update as well. So in this scenario, if I come back to my tasks, from a collaboration standpoint, I can click into any one of these items here and to get more detail. So you can see CG, he looks really serious in this picture, I'm sure he does a lot of speeches and talks. But in this case here, I can add a comment. I can also attach files and documents. And then I can, for any of those folks who want to track actual time and hours, we do that all on the same page as well. So pretty straightforward. If you want to preview everything that I showed you, I think one good section as you're signing up or using potentially a free trial Project Insight today is to make sure you go in our add-on section, take a look at some of the available add-ons that we have. And this is kind of goes back to what we've been emphasizing about move at your own pace. Use Project Insight for what it is. The basics, everything that I've showed you so far is completely free. We don't charge for that. We offer everything that Microsoft Project does, the scheduling, the task management, 100% free, no charge, forever. And the add-ons that you're seeing here are available for nominal fee per user per month, but this is where you can scale and grow into the product. If I jump, so there's a lot of features organized by category, organized by like financials, people management, messaging. We have a mobile app. So you'll see some of these are free. We have integrations to tools like Slack. And some of these are just $3 for every add-on per user per month. And we also do offer integration. So check these out. You may be using some of these tools. If there's a tool that we don't have listed here, for any of the technical folks on the line, our software offers an open API, which is an application programming interface that can talk to any existing tool that you might use. I should say any existing software package that you might be using today. And in the upcoming webinars, we'll dig deep. So today was just an overview on how to set up a project, collaborate, manage tasks. You'll see we have a template library. So if you have standardized things, like a lot of our clients do today, you're able to basically standardize those task lists and then kick off your new projects from there instead of having to build it every time. And I have some sample reports as well as you're starting to build things out. I did a clean site from the free account that you guys can access through our website, but also you can get pretty specific and robust as far as the reporting. So these are like custom dashboards with nice visuals and cross-project Gantt charts that show you high-level status. And all kinds of cool reports that don't take a technical programmer to create. You really just choose from pushpin files, and we have a lot of these out-of-the-box reports already ready to queued up and ready to go for you. So you can see here, once you set up some data, these reports are all available. If I wanted to look at a project report, I click into that. It takes me to my list of reports here, and I can basically just click into any report and find out, the health of a report. These are all canned reports, and you can look at financials, status, organized by type, by client, depending on the type of process that you're in. So feel free to type in any questions that you all might have, or you can follow up with an email to us if you want to learn more about our enterprise product or some of the other features. You can set up an appointment with our product consultants as well, and CG and Lisa would be able to kind of help coordinate that as well. So with that, thank you for your time. I'll hang on, but I'm going to pass the baton back over to CG and Lisa.
Thank you. Well, that was what we consider a really high-level overview, the goal. Do we have any questions on chat? I don't know if you guys can read any chat questions. Does anyone have any questions of what you saw while you have us here? Anybody have anything of interest that they wanted to see or that you want to ask us right now? We're happy to answer that. Otherwise, I think, CG, we are going to do a little bit of a drawing, right? Do we have everyone's name there?
We've got a fun little lucky draw for everyone. So And we'll be sure to put our contact information there as well into the chat. So if you guys have any one-on-one questions, which I know usually happens, we're happy to set up some more follow-up, or if you want to go more in-depth. But part of registering for today was you got entered to win, I think it was one free consulting hour valued at $250 with one of our product experts. And so what we've done is we've entered everyone who, so if you registered within the first, I think it was 60 minutes, then you got entered into the lucky draw. So we have that now. And give me 1 second. I'm going to pull it up on my phone. And we're going to do a little. What's that?
Is it a fake drum roll?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So we had John C., Annie K., Mark, Kasha, and then someone dialing in with the last 4 digits, 0046. So we're going to do a little spin here.
We should have music playing behind this.
And our winner is Kasha. Nice job.
So congratulations.
Yeah.
Yay. Congrats.
So Kasha, we'll connect with you on email to get that set up for you. And congrats. That's, hey, you won something today. Not bad.
Absolutely. Yay. Yay. I will tell you guys, I like to lead this with everybody as the way we partner as a company is we really do take advantage of how you do your business and marry it with our technologies. So what we showed you today was we're really trying to keep it short and sweet and really value your time when you take the time to jump in here. But as we go further and you want to dig a little bit deeper into us, we do pride ourselves on not making a square fit in a round hole. So it's really about taking our best practices and sharing them with you and your team and marrying it with the way you do your management style. And we know you know your business better than anyone. So we welcome the opportunity to talk a little bit more about our technology. If you're new to it or if you're using it, feel free to call us. We'll send a follow-up email so you know how to contact us. And we look forward to hopefully joining in the next webinar, which we are focusing on. What's the second one? Time and resource management. We're going to focus a little bit more on that.
And how you handle same time.
Next Thursday at 10 a.m. So we look forward to hopefully you joining again, and we're trying to piecemeal the different pieces and educate you and inform you on who we are as a partner in technology.